here again, and today I am going to talk to you about an issue that weighs pretty heavily on my heart personally, and that would be homelessness in the United States. Some statistics that I found are 3.5 million people experience homelessness a year. 35% of those 3.5 million people are families with children. 23% are veterans. 25% are children under 18, and 30% have experienced domestic violence in their life, and 20 to 25% suffer from some form of mental illness. Some more facts that I found that aren't necessarily statistics, just some interesting facts. New York City is considered the homeless capital of America. The average teen becomes homeless when they are about 14.7 years old. And domestic violence is the number one cause of homelessness among women. There are three main factors of homelessness, although there's many more subcategories. The first one, which is the main one, would be economic reasons. And most people become homeless because there is little affordable housing, and the minimum wage is too low to afford the housing that is available. So with not enough money and no place to live, they have to live on the street. The second one is political, and that mainly comes from cuts in federal assistance for housing problems and social issues, social services. The government's cut a lot of their funding, and that leaves a lot of people homeless who depended on that funding. So now they have no place to live because they don't have that money that they needed to pay for their house or rent. And then the third one would be social and medical issues. That is mainly mental illness, drugs, alcoholism, and a lot of the people who are homeless due to this factor is because the insurance is too high and they can't afford proper care. So they can't, if they're paying their insurance, they can't pay for their house because the insurance is too high. So they eventually end up losing their house because they can't pay for it. As you can see by the picture, the numbers from 2008 to 2009 increased in almost every category. Thankfully, from 2009 until now, 2014, the numbers have actually decreased, so that is very positive. There are a couple solutions. There's obviously more than this, but these are some really solid ones. The first one is to provide more housing and job opportunities. This one's pretty obvious. I mean, they're homeless, so obviously providing housing is important. And job opportunities would be so that they can earn money to pay for their house. You can work, this could be accomplished in many ways. Organizations, a lot of organizations are working to provide housing, job training, and all things that they would need to get a job, such as clothes or interview, like professional looking clothes so that they can be interviewed. Some organizations that I found really good were the National Alliance to End Homelessness and the National Coalition for the Homeless. Those are two organizations that I think are doing some great work. And the second solution would be to attack underlying causes. This could be, so the underlying causes like lack of funding, lack of medical care. This is obviously a little bit more complex. You'd have to go to like your state, the governor, the Senate, and try to get some laws passed that would actually increase the funding for them. Which is obviously more tricky and more time consuming, but in the end it will work much better than the first option because it'll be a more long-term solution. And another thing you could do would be to volunteer at homeless shelters, because a lot of them don't get enough volunteers for the amount of people that they take in. So it's important that we volunteer there and give them enough labor so that they can stay in business and continue helping the homeless. So thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a great day.